You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Political Roundtable with UB. And of course, my name is Benuru, and you know I don't do this all by myself. I am rolling with UB and the Real Fam. So we have a lot of updates to cover on today's episode of Political Roundtable. And the biggest news of today is that the US delegates that were sent to Nigeria actually have discovered that there is over 600,000 Nigerians in IDP camps. Talk about there is no genocide in Nigeria. We're going to talk about that because I ain't going to lie to you. When people say there is no genocide in Nigeria, oh, US, don't call, we don't need you. No genocide, no Christian genocide. And then you turn around and you led the US delegates straight to the IDP camps. Riley Moore, the Nigerian rep, is in Nigeria, and he saw firsthand what those who were displaced from their home are passing through in those IDP camps. Riley Moore himself confirmed that truly there is Christian genocide in Nigeria. So we're going to dissect that on today's episode of Political Roundtable. Also, Soyinka, Professor Wole Soyinka, I don't know what happened to the prof. I don't know, maybe the prof and the APC government have maybe they have some kind of falling apart. I don't know what happened, but finally the professor is speaking like a professor. The professor came out and called out President Tinubu's son, Seyi Tinubu, and the professor also used the opportunity to throw jab at the president when he said Tinubu shouldn't have sent any military forces to Benin. He should have just asked Seyi Tinubu to call upon the boys who are protecting him, the police and army that are following him all over the place. They should have been the one to go to Benin Republic and squash whatever coup that was going on over there. We're going to examine all of these on today's Political Roundtable. If you're ready, I am so ready. All right. Welcome, my people. Wherever you're watching from right now, please hit the like button. Don't be a stranger. Let us have this conversation. We are patriotic Nigerians, and we are more interested in the future of Nigeria. Everybody who is watching me right now, you're welcome. Please drop a shout out so I can recognize you. I see my lovely, beautiful sister M5 is in the building. M5, how are you doing? All right, as usual, I'm going to start this up by, first of all, going to my favorite channel in Nigeria. Of course, you know what my channel is, Arise News. I'm going to go to Arise News and let you have the news firsthand, just like it were being shared by my lovely sister, of course, the one and only OG. OG, like Dr. Abati, we called her. All right, I'm looking for the Arise News video right now. I'm going to upload it, and hopefully you all can follow the news as it is being shared on Arise News. Now, whatever you think, please drop it in the chat. Of course, I'm going to share the link for those who would like to join me in the studio. Please don't be a stranger. Come into the studio. Let us have this conversation. Remember, our goal and purpose is how to make Nigeria a better place. Now, let me see. I don't know what's going on with this video. Okay, I finally found the video. Let me quickly share it with you guys. Please drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't be a stranger. We are all clamoring for a better Nigeria. All right, let me go past all these compliments by Rufai, Dr. Abate, and Oji, and let's get to the news. Here we go.
Let's begin what's trending, focusing on reactions to Professor Wole Soyinka's criticism of what he described as excessive security deployment around President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's son, Seyi Tinubu, saying that it reflects poorly on Nigeria's security priorities. Speaking at the 20th Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism Awards in Lagos on Tuesday, the literary icon recounted his shock at witnessing what he initially thought was a film shoot at a hotel in Ikoyi. He then jokingly suggested that President Tinubu should have sent his son's security battalion to quell the recent insurrection in the Republic of Benin instead of deploying the Air Force and the military. Let's take a look.
On one of my home visits, this about 2 months ago, I was coming out of a hotel and I saw what looked like a film set. And I looked around. There was nearly a whole battalion occupying that the grounds of that hotel in Ikoyi, right here. So I got back in my car and I asked the driver who that young man was. And he told me. And I saw this SWAT team, a mixture. They were at least heavily armed, at least some 15 or so heavily armed to the teeth security personnel. Looked sufficient to take over a small country, neighboring city like Benin. And I think the next time the president should just call and say, Seyi, go and quell the rebellion over there. Later on, I did some investigative journalism and I inquired, and I found that apparently this is how this young man goes around with his battalion, these heavy armed soldiers. Of course, the road was cleared before his car went out. I stayed until it seemed he was leaving. So next time there's an insurrection, I think the president should just call that young man and say, "Come on, put down those stupid people there. You have enough troops under your command, so don't bother me with all these security issues any longer." Let's not overdo things.
Well, this is a bold statement from Nigeria's most revered public intellectual, calling out what many see, but fewer dare to criticize openly. And I'll take George's tweet on X. He wrote, Professor Soyinka's point cuts deeper than the humor in his remarks. When a nation's security architecture is stretched thin, prioritizing the protection of one individual over millions of citizens is a red flag. Nigeria is battling insecurity across several regions, yet we see battalion-level security guarding a private citizen with no constitutional role. This isn't about politics. It's about accountability, resource allocation, and respect for public institutions. Leaders' children are not elected officials. They should not command more armed protection than communities under siege. This culture of entitlement weakens morale, drains capacity, and erodes trust. If we want a secure nation, security must serve the people, not the privileged few. And Dr. Vasi, I'm sure you did see, and you have seen Seyi Tinubu's convoy. I mean, like this ex-user alluded to, it's, like a battalion. And of course, Professor Wole Soyinka said he was shocked. He thought he was in a movie set when he saw one of Seyi Tinubu's convoy. And now we are hearing that we need more boots on ground. I'm sure this whole week, that's what you've said on this table.
Okay. Let me quote Professor Wole Soyinka directly. He said, let's not overdo things.
Yes.
He said, children are not potentates. They are not rulers. They should know their place. I think, everyone should commit that to memory. So the Nobel laureate is right to have been terribly shocked that the son of the president would have such a large convoy, what he calls a battalion. A battalion will be, a company of soldiers and maybe other officials. There is no office called the first son of Nigeria. There is no office in our constitution called the first daughter of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I've had certain anomalous, nomenclatures of that nature. So such positions do not exist. And that's why Professor Soyinka is saying, let us not overdo things. Now, when you place his comment against the background of the fact that there has been an instruction from the president and the IG, Inspector General of Police, that VIP protection should be withdrawn, that those who are protecting VIPs should be civil defense officers. Mm-hmm. Now, in this particular case, this battalion, were they civil defense officers or were they soldiers and policemen? Mm-hmm. And you can also ask the question, what makes the son of the president a very important personality? Or makes the...
Is the Ogo Eko?
No. When you look at the protocol list, the son of the president is not a very.
What are you saying?
Not a very important
personality.
Didn't
he stay ahead of ministers in the protocol list in that Arab country that
we condemned it. We condemned it.
Ogo Eko.
No, we condemned it when it happened, and it has not happened since then. When he was attending council meetings, even his own father said, "No, don't sit in council." So now, in this instance, Professor Wole Soyinka has helped to draw the attention of the president to what is clearly an abuse. And he says, look, children should not be overindulged. They should not have a sense of entitlement. Our message is that the president should take special notice of this message from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and realize that he, having directed...
the message from Wole Soyinka.
From Professor Wole Soyinka. Yeah, from Professor Wole Soyinka. He should then realize that he, having directed that VIP protection is off the books because we need these soldiers to do their legitimate work. We need the policemen to do their legitimate work. Then his own son should not be seen to be going about with soldiers and policemen. He's not a VIP under the protocol list. If he needs protection, they should provide civil defense that they say can be available. He can hire private guards.
Right. Okay.
There are private companies that are out there. Some of the private companies are licensed. Yes.
Some private companies.
Yes.
They're licensed to carry guns.
In Nigeria.
Where they will carry baton.
Mention.
They will carry baton.
Private company licensed to carry guns.
They will have relationship with the security agencies. But the president should lead by example and heed the advice of President Wole Soyinka.
Dr. Mati, you will tell us who the VIPs are, since the president's son is not considered a VIP. Before I come to you,
it's not a government official.
It's a VVIP.
No, it's not very important.
No, it's not a government official.
Very important
you are correct.
personnel.
He's not a VIP. He's not a VIP. He's a VVVVVVIP.
Hold on, wait. I want to come to Rufai on this one. Meanwhile,
I have a question.
Yes, on that as well. That's why I asked him. I want to know who the VIPs are. Well, meanwhile, the Nigeria Police Force announced over the weekend that they deployed a special team to make sure that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's order of prohibiting police personnel for VIPs is adhered to. Police spokesperson Benjamin Hundeyin, in a post on X, revealed that the team has commenced a statewide monitoring operation across Lagos and assured members of the public that the Nigeria Police Force will continue to enforce this policy nationwide without fear or favor. Now, they have more police personnel trying to stop police VIPs. So who are this special team that have now been deployed? How many are they? I mean, what really is going on? Rufai, I know you want to tell us who these VVIPs are, but now we also have a team to stop
the
VIP protocol thing.
You can see the mockery of Nigeria. Yes. The police or President Tinubu made a law that they should withdraw police from VIP. Yes. The same law that they've been talking about. You know how many IG have said they should withdraw?
Yeah. But this is a presidential directive.
So when the presidential directive was made, the police force cannot speak to his own officers. So they have to set up a task force, a team to watch. Somebody will have thought that you just, okay, everybody come to headquarters and you withdraw, isn't it? When the police does not trust this, he does not trust his own process.
Well, you heard Michael Kiri.
Wait, sir. He doesn't trust it. So you have a police that doesn't trust it. So you have to go and look for task force to implement with this. The police cannot just call.
They're within the police as well, right?
Yeah, the police cannot just call people to say, okay, withdraw that. You know why? Because the withdrawing from VIP will cause problem. You know, many police officers are benefiting from VIP, that they are shopping from VIP. You now want to withdraw their retirement benefits. So it will cause big problem for them.
All right.
So that's why. And secondly, I don't know, Dr. Abati, it's obvious you don't live in Nigeria. And with due respect, okay, maybe Professor Wole Soyinka, because he shuttles around the globe, he still lectures, and great one. Is it today Seyi Tinubu has been carrying police protection? Please fact check me. Seyi Tinubu was probably using police protection before his father became president. Fact check me.
Ex-governor's son.
So, and Dr. Abati is saying, who is the VIP? It's not VIP. You are wrong. It's VVVVIP. It's the one and only. Ogo Eko, Ogo Lagos, future governor, Seyi Tinubu. Me o Simbe, I'm not there. It's Dr. Abati. He's saying all sorts about you. I defy my authorities to you. See, battalion, in fact, the worst person you can't show, you can't saw, it's not good enough. They should increase more. You know, your life is under beginning. You are our future. Ogoeko, please, President Tinubu, increase Seyi Tinubu's security protection. Please, I'm sorry, Ayo. I'm sorry, please. With due respect, ignore Professor Wole Soyinka. He doesn't know what he's saying. Increase. Right, obviously, you know I'm being sarcastic.
Yes, being sarcastic.
But I am telling you with humor the depth of the decadence in the system.
All right. I know you had a question. So I know the question borders on whether or not, and I want that to be what we are discussing now. Who are the VIPs? If a president's son is not considered a VIP?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I would have thought that the president's immediate family members have a right to some level of protection by the Nigerian state. And that's what I was going to confirm, because if you look at democracies like America, for instance, where we have a copy system, there's protection for the immediate wife and children. So what I feel is the abuse and the excessive use, because they are politically exposed, at least whilst their parents are in office. I know that in some countries it is up to a certain age, maybe under 16, and in some countries, because they are politically exposed, they have access to state protection. However, what we saw, or what Professor Soyinka describes, is a flagrant abuse of that protection. Because, I mean, he is politically exposed as a result of the fact that his father is president of Nigeria. But when you then have a battalion for Professor Soyinka, who is a family friend, to be shocked and to complain about this, especially at a time when we're talking about the fact that we don't have enough police officers, we don't have enough security operatives, then it is something to talk about. And I think that's where the issue is. It is just an abuse. And the fact that it's not just police president's sons, but even people, normal citizens. I've seen religious leaders go around with police escorts. I've seen people who can afford to pay maybe 30,000 naira a month, go around the police escorts. Those are the things that we need to stop.
Police escorts.
Those are the things we need to end.
We have to go.
The first family is entitled to
That's
protection.
The question.
Now, what does the protocol list say?
Yes.
And then Professor Soyinka said, for Seyi Tinubu, the road was closed.
Yeah.
What kind of protection for first family is that? And then number 3, okay, will it be the case that all the children of the president Sheyi Tinubu is not the only son that he has.
Yeah.
He has daughters too.
Well, I'm sure
so
they
if they
all
want
have
to go
VIP escorts.
anywhere, they will deploy
No.
Nigerian police.
Tinubu is not the only son, but it's Okolomo.
Okay.
Ogoeko.
All right. So now, Dr. Bati, you're also saying that Sheyi Tinubu is flouting the protocol because he's not considered VIP at this point. So that means his VIP will be withdrawn as well with this presidential directive.
He has enough money to recruit private guards.
Not ours.
He can apply to civil defense.
I hope that this is a
if the president gives a directive, let people follow the example.
Very well said.
Even within his own family.
Dr. Bati, with due respect, I want to challenge you. They're not born anybody to remove the police protection of Sheyi Tinubu.
Not even the IGP.
They don't born away.
The Inspector General of Police.
They don't born away.
Please respect the office of the IGP.
They're not born away.
No.
Maybe the president will.
You will see.
Well, Omoyele Sowore raised the point around the man that was detained and alluded to the fact that the president's son is almost more powerful than the IG of police and all because of the fact that he gives a directive. So we need to curtail those excesses.
You are quoting Sowore.
No. I'm saying that example.
You are now quoting the opposition on this table.
I'm presenting
you are supporting the opposition.
Sheyi Tinubu, I'm not there. It's Dr. Bati. He doesn't know your word too. Okolomo. Gomina Lola.
All right.
I'm not there.
Very important personnel. Well, all right. Now to politics in Rivers State. The much anticipated announcement of Governor Sim Fubara's defection from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress has been met with mixed reactions. The governor made the announcement during a stakeholders meeting in the government house in Port Harcourt. Addressing a crowd of supporters, Fubara stated that he joined the APC as a gesture of reciprocity and that without the support of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he would no longer have been governor. Let's take a look.
Our only thank you to Mr. President is to support him. And we cannot support Mr. President in isolation. And we can't support Mr. President if we don't fully identify with him, not backyard support. So we have taken that decision today since we've gotten the pass. Everyone here who have followed me, who have suffered with me, our decision today, this evening, we are moving to APC. On your mandate, we shall stand. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate, we shall stand.
Well, all right. I mean, this is another defection that we have seen on your mandate, and it's all because of the PDP. So let me just quickly take this tweet from IJK, who wrote, since losing the 2015 elections, PDP has been a very useless opposition party, and its inability to manage its affairs has led to its hemorrhaging political depreciation. Rather than to find ways to bring itself back to political relevance, it has continued to engage in activities that further divides the ranks. Again, rather than accept its failures and seek help, it continued to blame the ruling power for steering Nigeria towards a one-party state. PDP is a rudderless ship, sinking faster than anyone could fathom. Maybe they should consider a merger with Labour Party, ADC, or APGA, because PDP, as we know, is going down. While in the same vein, Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke on Tuesday officially joined the Accord Party, just days after announcing that he's leaving the People's Democratic Party. The governor made the announcement at the banquet hall of the government house in the state and was presented his membership card by the national chairman of the party. Let's take a look.
His Excellency joined Accord on the 6th of November 2025. As the national chairman of Accord, I hereby present officially your membership card to you.
Today, we unveil the new platform for the good people of Osun State, from Osun West to Osun East to Osun Central. This is our party, our new platform for victory come August next year. Osun voted for good governance in 2022, and they will support continuity in 2026. The mass of our people are for continuity, and Accord is our party for victory next year.
Well, Delegate had announced his resignation on December 2nd, saying that it was due to persistent turmoil at the national level of the PDP. Now, with this defection, the PDP now has 6 governors, with Abu Kefas of Taraba State and Caleb Mutfwang of Plateau, who is now wanting to join. I mean, I've seen reports that he's saying he wants to join the APC. Even Kefas, yes. They're going to join the APC. So we've seen this story now from Osun State. Osun has gone to Accord, and of course we knew that Fubara was going to go to the APC, but he said that the PDP had done nothing for him, Dr. Abati, and one of the reasons why he left, why he's now on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's mandate, is because the PDP failed him.
In the case of Governor Sim Fubara, we have said nobody should be surprised, nobody should be shocked. This was a man who was removed from office for 6 months, March 18 to September 18. And as they say in common parlance, his eyes saw Pepe, both in the hands of the godfather, the wicked minister and godfather of Rivers politics. And then after him, they brought Ibokete Ibas, Vice Admiral, who has now been rewarded with nomination for ambassadorial appointment. So in the case of Governor Fubara, it's a case of if you cannot beat them, you better join them. 72 hours after members of the House of Assembly, led by Martin Amewewule, jumped to the APC, he was also an orphan all over again. So did you expect him to wait till they would impeach him a second time? He may not receive the kind of sympathy he got the first time. So he needed to preserve himself. After all, they say survivor is the first law. Yes. As for Governor Adeleke, well, it's also a very pragmatic move. Yes. Okay, I was saying there is trouble in APC in Osun State. The APC members who wanted to be on the primaries on December 16, they were disqualified, Omishore and Co. So they are fighting within the APC. Even if he wanted to go to the APC, the people in the APC don't even want him. And then PDP, you don't know which one is the authentic fashion. So he has now gone to Accord, and he's now doing thumbs up, and he will try to build that party. Maybe when he wins, he will go back to PDP. Right. Maybe, if the PDP still exists. Finally, earlier on, I mentioned some states that are still on the in the opposition. I forgot to mention Anambra. Anambra is still Apuga.
But he's going to support President Bola Ahmed.
Okay.
He came out to say that. 100%.
He's still an Apuga, Apuga state.
He's almost APC.
Okay. So we face the threat of a one-party state.
This is what it is. This is what it appears to be. But you know, also, I would say kudos.
Abia is Labour. I mentioned that.
Well, Abia speaks favorably of President Tinubu.
Yes.
But I don't think Governor Alex is talking about going to APC.
It will not defend.
Right.
But it speaks favorably.
But correct. I feel like Adeleke did great. A complete game changer in Osun State at this point. The fact that he moved to Accord Party, not to the APC. But obviously, we also saw the story yesterday or the day before where the press lady was in his state and she received that chieftaincy title, the Yeye. Of what? Yes, where she Odua, where she actually, was speaking with the governor and trying to time him. But like people had said, it appeared to be a brotherly sort of conversation when, that's some of the analysis that I had seen online. That it wasn't much of a disrespect. It was a beautiful party. You'd seen even after the party, they were all dancing. They were both dancing together. Your thoughts on that really quickly before we move.
So, well, some people said it was brotherly. A lot of others said that it was disrespectful. to the governor, and especially because it was done publicly. And this is what we say, that you can be a wife or a friend in private. When it comes to state events and where you have to follow protocol, he is the property of the state at that time. And I believe that the proper respect ought to have been accorded to him. The next day she came out to wish his wife a happy 60th birthday to show that they are friends. But I think that the presidency and the family do not need negative press at this time. And so maybe it's just an opportunity to be aware of the fact that you are in public. You can have private discussions and private banter. When it comes to that office, you have to respect the office. It's not about the man.
I saw the video. There was nothing brotherly or sisterly about that behavior. This is Tinubu insulted the governor of Osun State. No, please. Don't put lipstick on it. It was off limits. She had no right to talk to him rudely in that manner. But what I will praise here is Governor Delegate's maturity.
You are so mature.
He acted in a matured manner.
Very
Don't
mature.
come and say
brotherly. I said it was disrespectful.
But she didn't say.
Just go straight to the point.
Yes, I said
I said it was insulting. It was disrespectful. It should not happen again. The wife of the president is not a headmistress over governors. No,
we just delivered in different ways. I said it was disrespectful.
Just say it straight.
I just said it. We just delivered in different ways.
Okay, you have changed your mind.
No, Dr. Abati, you can rewind it. I said it was disrespectful. I said you can have a private relationship.
It was rude.
You can have a private relationship, but in public,
it wasn't I that said that. I said I have seen some comments that people said is a brotherly thing. You have seen the videos of them dancing right after that actual incident occurred. They were dancing, hugging each other.
Was very mature.
Very friends at this point. Well, all right. What we say? Congratulations to Governor Ademola Adeleke. We'll take another story now. Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmad Gumi has doubled down on earlier comments about kidnapping children being a lesser evil than murder. Gumi made the comment in a new BBC interview, adding that Nigeria must negotiate with terrorists to prevent more deaths.
Part of it is correct and part of it is wrong. Saying that kidnapping children is a lesser evil than killing your soldiers definitely is lesser. Killing is worse than, but they're all evil. It's just a lesser evil. Not all evils are of the same parallel. So it's a lesser evil than, like what happened in Kebbi. They abducted children and they were released. They didn't kill them.
Gumi is known for his controversial positions when it comes to negotiating with terrorists. And it's shocking to hear him double down on comments he made before regarding kidnapping children being a lesser evil than murder or ransacking a town. Rufai, 1 minute.
It's a serious story, don't laugh, but I will laugh. Kábíyèsí Gumi o. Kádió pẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀. Kábíyèsí Gumi. I'm sorry, you see the hypocrisy in this country. It has now become a country where people are telling us that kidnapping children is a lesser evil than that we should negotiate with bandits. If Nnamdi Kanu says this one now, they will send him life imprisonment. But Gumi can say it and keep saying it, we play it back, government will never see anything about it. That's why I say Kábíyèsí Gumi. See, some people are VVIP.
Yes,
you know what we're talking about, Sheikh Tinubu? Some people are untouchable, just got VVIP. Gumi is one of them. I think the next thing now we beg government is give him battalion and police protection. So I'll be carrying everywhere and everything. I mean, maybe if he doesn't even have protection already.
All right.
Because you see, the level of hypocrisy that goes on in this country is overwhelming.
Yes.
Please, can you please tell me the difference between what Gumi has said and all the atrocities that they put against Nnamdi Kanu? Yeah, he incited violence. Saying people should negotiate with people that have killed people.
No country can cure terrorism.
No country can cure terrorism.
Nigeria cannot.
I'm sorry. Would you respect people?
There are so many countries that don't have as many terrorists as we do.
There used to be the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia. They cured that level of terrorism.
Yes.
Peru, if you read Hernando de Soto's book, The Shining Path Rebels, Peru cured it. All right. Hernando de Soto wrote about it a lot. So countries do overcome
the mystery
this.
of capital.
The mystery of capital. So they overcome it. So
Yes.
Gumi should stop. And that's why I say it's Kabiesi. We should just enthrone him, Kabiesi.
And I told you the other day, even in this interview, he did say that he goes into the forest with government officials. He doubled
so he has police protection already.
He has people negotiating with government officials in the forest. Well, all right.
One
Negotiation,
question,
yes.
maybe Ayo can answer.
Yes.
He says that even in the Bible and the Quran,
Yes.
that the Bible and the Quran recommend negotiation with terrorists.
No, not at
Please,
all. I don't
what
know.
part of the
no,
Bible?
I don't know. Definitely not
Yes,
speaking
yes,
for the
yes.
Bible. We don't. No negotiation with terrorists. None at all.
And this is the
Not
this
at
is
all.
the stance that the Senate is pushing now. We should not be negotiating.
And this is
with
misinformation,
terrorists. It should be
disinformation,
done.
and
Yes.
it is very dangerous
question is-
because
the
it
question
has
Are you sure Gumi
influence.
doesn't know the Bible more than
No.
you?
I'm sure he does
No,
at this
not
point.
at all.
Alright.
No, not
Are you
it's-
sure?
it's
Check
very
your
dangerous.
verse very
Pastor has
well.
It's a very
spoken.
dangerous
The pastor has
narrative,
spoken.
and he's
Well,
influential,
alright.
and there's some ignorant people that will be following him. It's false.
All right.
And
It's
the
totally
government
false.
has not done, they've not even invited him. So is Kabiesi Gumi
And we keep talking about the same story.
And he says kidnapping is a lesser evil.
That's
Yes.
the main
So,
point.
which means kidnapping is good.
It's good.
Actually,
Gumi.
this is very inflammatory.
Please.
Because
Yes.
once you've kidnapped a child,
Yes.
that person is scarred for life.
Yes.
Wait.
So there's no that
It's
person
not
is
the
scarred
Kanu
for
no,
life.
it's not
What a
Gumi.
That
country.
child
Says
is scarred
kidnapping
for
is a lesser
life.
It's Nnamdi Kanu, they can quickly let the more. It's
Well,
not
alright.
Gumi. Applaudissez for Gumi. Let's
These
be
are not the
deceiving
sort of
ourselves.
rhetoric that we need in our nation. Now under milestones. With the nation celebrating General Theophilus Yakubu Danjuma, known as General...
All right. Thank you, everybody, for hanging around. Now, let's dive into the conversation of what we've covered so far. And if you're ready, I am so ready. I already shared the link for the conversation. If you want to hop into the studio, you're welcome. If you can't enter the studio, you can drop your take in the chat. I'm surely gonna read your take. So for the next 20 minutes, let us review everything that has been said so far. Give me just a second.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
All right. You're welcome back. Now, there are a couple of items I want us to deliberate upon. We're going to talk about Professor Wole Soyinka, then we will talk about Seyi Tinubu's police escort. The one Soyinka referred to as battalions. And then we're going to talk about Governor Fabura, his defection from PDP to APC. And then we can just touch up on Remi Tinubu. And lastly, we will talk about the United States delegates in Nigeria and their discovery. So without wasting your time, let's start with Professor Wole Soyinka. All right. I think I've said here before that I respect Professor Wole Soyinka a lot for what he represents in Nigeria. His academic achievement, he still remains one of our highly cherished Nobel laureates. But when it comes to politics, this honorable professor over the years have shown over and over again that when his voice should matters, sometimes the prof will choose to play politics. The prof is known to be friends to the Tinubus. The prof is known to not have called out government excesses, more importantly, when his own people are in power. Now, yesterday, the prof chose to call out the first son of Nigeria, and that is Seyi Tinubu. And while doing that, he went one step further and threw jab at the president, saying The president shouldn't have sent the military to Benin Republic, that the president, next time, whenever there are insurgents in any country in Africa, he should just call his son, Seyi Tinubu, to go over there and squash it because of his entourage, his protection entourage. Well, I'm not trying to water down the professor's view, but everything in me tells me that the reason the prof is speaking out now is because President Donald Trump has called his bluff. The denying of the prof his American visa is a very loud and bold statement on the part of the United States. If for anything at all, his comment regarding the protective men and women at the beck and call of the first son of Nigeria is nothing but him trying to win back his good relationship with the United States. This is my personal opinion. And also, the fact that the prof chose to speak out when the American delegates are already in Nigeria, that tells a different story completely. Because now that the American delegates are in Nigeria and they are beginning to see firsthand what those who has been displaced from their houses, town, villages, when the US have seen what they are going through, the US is saying now through Rep. Riley Moore that there is actually Christian genocide in Nigeria. So if I just have to go by what my instinct is telling me, the prof knew all along that the government in power, they are engaging in exploiting the Nigerian resources, but he failed to speak up. Why now? Why now? Honestly, for me, I'm not impressed with his comment. He's saying that Seyi Tinubu has 15 uniformed men guiding, protecting him. I am not impressed because when it matters, he did not speak up. Now that he can no longer enter the United States and is old, I remember I said something on one of our PRT episode that the prof may try to move around and give everybody the impression that he doesn't need American visa. I don't need America. He's lying. All the elites in Nigeria, except for those who maybe as a result of their shady dealings, they cannot come to the United States. Every one of the elite in Nigeria had always want to come to United States. They know United States give them that freedom to live, to express themselves, to hustle. So this statement from him about Seyi Tinubu, I'm not flattered by that. Because on the other hand, Seyi Tinubu is an exposed person. He is the first son of the president. He deserves the protection. And this is not me trying to be nice to the administration. I'm just stating the fact here. All over the world, first families are always protected. So Seyi Tinubu needs that protection. Now, maybe he's supposed to have like maybe 6 guidesmen and he now go around with 30, 40, 50. That is a conversation for another day. But as the first son of the president and as a politically exposed person, Seyi Tinubu deserves his protection. What are your thoughts about Professor Wole Soyinka Let me come to the comment real quick. Thank you, everybody. For those who want to hop in the studio, I'm sharing the link once more. If you are watching on verticals and you can't get into the studio, you may have to come and watch the landscape so you can access the link. So from the comments, Sister Mario said, Discovery, the camp has been like that since 2015, 2016. It just didn't make local news. You can imagine. Shout out to you, Stephen. How you doing? Peanut said, UB, he spoke out because they block him and inconvenienced him. Absolutely, my sister. That's my impression too. He's beginning to speak against the Tinubu administration now that he can't come to the US. So now he wants the US to now see him like, oh, he's an upright man. He does not support government who are maltreating the people. He's speaking. So maybe if he apply for visa again, they can now give him visa to come over. That's all I think the old man is doing. Mara said, you don't seem to like Wole Soyinka. See, my sister, I wouldn't say I don't like him. Like I said, I respect his achievement. I respect what he stood for as far as Nigeria is concerned generally. But I do believe that when God blessed you, when God give you a talent and he raised you up to certain pedestal, you are supposed to speak up when you need to speak up. I don't like people who do selective speaking or selective representation. Soyinka is highly respected all over Africa and even all over the world. He is blessed. He doesn't have to be friends to whoever is the president in charge. He has a voice. And God also bless him with age. Look at his white hair now. And he seems very healthy. What is it that would stop him to speak up when it matters? His voice carried weight. So for me, when I see an elderly person or anyone at all who shine away from speaking the truth, I don't see any reason why I should like you. I don't see it, because me liking you simply means that I'm overlooking you failing at your responsibilities. So that's just what it means, my sister. The Baba he no convince me at all. He doesn't speak when it matters. Nah. All this why when the Christian genocide and whatever we had going on in Nigeria became an issue as a result of President Trump's tweet. Can you find any video where the prof came out and state categorically what he thinks is going on in Nigeria? If he thinks Christians are being massacred or not. Even let's remove religion, because both Christian and Muslim, they are losing their lives. Even those who are neither Christian or Muslim, they are losing their lives. Should we have a situation like that in our country? So show me a video where Prof came out and said, look, what is going on in Nigeria could be described as an unfriendly situation. People shouldn't be losing their life like that. The government should have done something. If you see any video or speech, I would love to read it or watch the video. No. Now that the US are in Nigeria, knowing fully well that this delegate in Nigeria, whatever is found out, they are going to expose it. All of a sudden, Baba get issue, say Sheyi Tinubu get entourage. If care is not taken self, maybe the reason he's picking up now is because his movement was restricted, because according to what he described in that video, he couldn't move. They shut down the whole axis until Sheyi Tinubu passed before they could go. Maybe that could have been what triggered him to say, this is IRAT rubbish. How can the first son of the president block every road? Maybe that's the reason why he's speaking. I'm just saying. Hey, hello, my sister, Auntie Teju. You be, I beg to differ. The prof doesn't need American visa. Sister Teju, you think so? You think so? Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh. See, I tell you, if the prof doesn't need American visa, he wouldn't be in America teaching all this. Why? Half of the time of his profession, he's in America teaching in one university or the other. If he doesn't need it, he wouldn't be here in the first place. I beg you, my sister, but I agree, Sha. Maybe he doesn't need it. Maria say you criticize him more than Tinubu, who is a disaster president. See, I speak on Tinubu when I discover his excesses and what he's not doing, and at least nobody can say that on political roundtable that maybe I'm a pro-Tinubu or a jagabandist. No, far from it. I'm just trying to be objective. So if you come to Soyinka and Tinubu, yes, I may criticize him more than Tinubu because Soyinka has always been there. Let's be honest now, Sister Marion. Since the Fourth Republic, during Obasanjo regime, he was there. During Goodluck regime, he was there. Buhari, he's present. Now Tinubu. So he's more or less like the common denominator in all of this. And he has always been friends of the government. He has always been friends of the government. The same level or the same regards that I have for people like Baba Adeboye, Baba Oyedepo, and many other clerics, like me, renowned clerics in Nigeria. That's the same respect and level that I placed him. He has a voice, a strong voice, a voice that presidents and all these politicians, they will cringe if he call out some of their BS. How come now, for instance, he called out these excesses about how the first son is using his VIP security, and suddenly Tinubu is speaking out overnight, saying, I still want all these policemen to be withdrawn from VIPs. I will play a video shortly of one of the senators lamenting that he woke up and all his police security escort, they are all gone. That's the point I'm making, my sister. People like Wole Soyinka, they are a blessing to Nigeria. They are type. When they speak, politicians will listen. That's the point I'm making, and that is why it might seem like, it be like say you don't like him, but I like him as a prof. I'm not benefiting anything from anything. All I am expecting from him is that, Baba, we are supposed to be quoting you. From our young age to we old, we are supposed to be quoting you. Whenever we are discussing all this problem in Nigeria, we are supposed to be saying, according to Professor Wole Soyinka, this, and that is supposed to be done because it's an authority. That's the point I'm making, my sister. All right, let's keep going. Mario said, why would he do that? Trump canceled his green card because he said he would tear his document if Trump is elected. Trump got elected. Well, should he have said that in the first place? Should he? It is what it is. Ike, how you doing? Ike said, Soyinka is an old graduate. He's a deceiver. I'm not the one that said it to Ike. Biko, my brother, wayo. But I said, he's not representing anyone. It's okay not to like him. He can't be speaking on every issue, but at least he should speak on issues that borders on human life, my sister. He should let us hear his voice when people are being helpless, not pretending not to see what's going on, and then you choose to speak. Anytime you are inconvenient, you speak. You went to Ikoyi now, you went to an hotel, you can't get out because Seyi Tinubu has got blocked everywhere. All of a sudden, you choose a big event like that to now express your displeasure. Come on now. Come on. I said he should call the press every 3 market days to touch on an issue. Yes, so let him do it. We need that now, my sister. Emmanuel, how are you doing, sir? Emmanuel said, I recognized and celebrated his achievement, but with time, he didn't manage his skills. He left the truth and became unethical in his communication. Thank you, my brother. That's just the point I'm trying to express. Okay. Mama 5, why are you laughing? Mama 5, may we not sue you for UK. Because UB, what I mean is that she blocked his way. Thank you, exactly. And he can't take it. He can't imagine that as big as he is, he can go to an event and somebody is not even an elected officer can deploy all these personnel to block the whole road, block everywhere. That's why he's expressing himself angrily. But I'm even happy that they touch the rich people now. I'm sorry, don't say maybe you are jealous. I'm just happy say the thing they touch rich people, not only poor people, they feel them anymore. Everybody now they hear them for Nigeria. I say, is it he 90 years old? No energy for cho anymore. But energy there to collect contract, Marriott. Augusta, how are you doing? Augusta said, the prof gave up his green card. Get some knowledge. Well, I hear you, Augusta. He gave up his green card. Motigbo. Motigbo. Make I no talk. Don't let anybody deceive you. Nobody is giving up any green card. Don't let them lie to you. When you see those people that say, I take my American green card, it's a big lie. You see that they have done something that they already knew that if I enter Yankee, they go grab me. Then they go brag. Who is giving up a green card? Hey, brother, may we not go there, I beg. Who is this one now? Hello?
Is this Delegate?
Yes.
T.Y. Danjuma on the occasion of his 88th birthday, a monumental figure in Nigerian politics and history who played a key role in the post-independence military in the country. General Danjuma was born in Taraba State in 1938 and was commissioned into the army as a second lieutenant and platoon commander in the Congo. He was then promoted to captain just 3 years later. T.Y. Danjuma had an illustrious 19-year career in the Nigerian army, rising to the rank of lieutenant general and chief of army staff before retiring in 1979 at just 40 years old. He then focused on his business career in the oil, gas, and shipping industries, founding companies including the NAL Comet Group and South Atlantic Petroleum Limited. By 2008, he set up the T.Y. Danjuma Foundation in a commitment to philanthropy and aiding the less fortunate.
All right. Sorry for that. That's a call. I have to respond to that call. So Emmanuel said, Prof should be in Nigeria and help Nigeria education to grow. Absolutely. Andrew said, I don't trust words, unlike before when was a young boy. Okay, you don't trust his words, unlike when he was younger. All right. Mara said, I think your expectations are too high for a writer. Well, maybe I have high expectation of him. You are absolutely right, Sister Marriott. Okay. Atinuke, shout out to you. How you doing? Atinuke say, leave Papa Soyika alone. You are disturbing him over teaching or lecturing literature in the USA. Stop messing with Baba. Well, I'm not messing with Baba. I'm just expressing my own opinion, or I shouldn't say anything. Remember, this is how we end up where we are in Nigeria in the first place. We not talking. If we don't agree with somebody, we would rather keep quiet. We won't talk. That is how we were all taken for granted now. And hopefully, we are all enjoying the result in Nigeria. Oh, don't talk, oh. This one, don't talk, oh. Now old person, now young person, leave him alone, don't talk. My sister, That is how we end up where we are. Now, we have more professors who speaks up. Younger ones. I'll give you an example. Chimamanda. Chimamanda speaks her mind all the time. She's young. And the respect and accolade she's getting now is coming from her calling out BS when she sees it. So that's the point, my sister. We have to speak so that these folks, we know that the young ones, they are listening and they are observing. That is just it. I know it's Professor Wole Soyinka, don't talk. So I agree. I get it, my sister. All right. Thank you, Peanut. He was anti-Jonathan too. Yeah. When Jonathan was there, was he not speaking? Even Tinubu himself, was he not speaking when Jonathan was there? Let us speak. Whether we talk or we know we talk, now we go bear the whatever happen, we are the one who is going to bear the pain. If Nigeria turns out to be great today, we're all going to enjoy it together. Now that Nigeria is becoming a den of bandits, a home of kidnappers, are we not all enjoying it? What would have happened if we have been outspoken all this while? So that's just the point. All right. Marcy just doesn't like him. He has spoken a lot. Let him enjoy his final years. Well, that's it for him anyway. Emmanuel said, please, my dear friend, good for all VIPs to be withdrawn, but not selective. I think some of them deserve to keep their security, but the numbers may have to be reduced anyway. John, what's up, John? John said, we are not even supposed to be talking about this man again. We have to talk because the man is still speaking. Stephen said, in this life, people appreciate telling lies than the truth, my man. Absolutely, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. All right, let us move on to the next issue of discussion. It's still within the same conversation, though. All right, so give me just a second and we will move to the next topic.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
All right. You're welcome back, my people. Let's talk about Seyi Tinubu and the VIPs in Nigeria. Seyi Tinubu has been in the news now for a while, and unfortunately, the president's son has been in the news for so many wrong reasons than necessary. On a personal note, I like Seyi Tinubu, and like I said, if it wasn't for the first time when I heard Seyi Tinubu praises his dad and publicly said, my father is the best president in Nigeria. I laugh in Japanese. So if not the time Seyi Tinubu came out and said, my father is the best president in Nigeria. They came after my family. They came for my father. They came for my mother. He's this, that. And I'm like, okay, hold on, bro. Hold on. Your dad was just barely 1 year and maybe 2 months as a president. And you have already concluded that your dad is the best president in Nigeria so far. That was the only time I begin to kind of look at Seyi Tinubu like, oh, bro, I thought you are way intelligent than making careless statements like this. Other than that, I've always kind of liked Seyi Tinubu because dude was not making problem or issue with anybody. He used to be on his own lane, do his own thing codedly. And for those who are not aware of, Seyi Tinubu have helped a lot of people. He's actually a very kind guy, okay? The second time I kind of have a little reservation about Seyi Tinubu was when is he president of NANS? When one guy came out, I think his name was Abubakar or something, and accused Seyi Tinubu that allegedly he's the one responsible for his abduction and stuff like that. Anyway, because we don't have the fact of the matter, I didn't pay too much attention to that. But when it comes to these VIP withdrawals, I still listened to President Tinubu this morning restating that he wants all those VIPs to be withdrawn, that we need more hands. If we are going to fight insurgency, he need our military men, our all arms of our forces, he need all hands on deck. Now that he said that, people are beginning to have issue. I want you to listen to this senator.
I cannot ever imagine that a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who has been here for a very long time, only one orderly, and he is withdrawn. I saw 2 convoys of ministers, and they were carrying lots of security personnel. I have also seen business concern, Chinese and other business concern. Yesterday, with the compliments of orderlies, Mr. President, I have also seen daughters and sons of political office holders having orderlies and having security covers. Mr. President, I have seen singers having orderlies and complementary of protection. Let me not see governors, ministers, and business concerns being covered by security establishment, but complementary of security. This is unheard of in any democracy. Whenever a matter of privilege arises, it shall be taken up immediately. And in case where adequate provision is not made in the standing orders, the Senate shall by resolution regulate itself.
Okay. In case you don't know who is speaking, his name is Senator Nigi. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Listening to him now actually sounds funnier than I expected. He said, I woke up this morning. I woke up today and was told my police orderly had been withdrawn. I have no problem with that. But I want the same action applied across board. They should also withdraw the president, vice president, ministers, and others police escort. See, my people, in case you haven't get the joke here, the joke is many of us who at least summon the courage to speak up on Nigeria issues, we have emphasized over and over again that this negligence, this outright negligence of the pains of poor Nigerians, as time goes on, it will start affecting the rich, the middle class, and more importantly, the elite. That is where we are right now. They ignore insecurity for way too long. When Buhari was there, and this insecurity were growing, none of these folks were talking. Because at the time, the poor masses are the one being affected. So they kind of like, we are okay, my children are abroad, they are studying, we are good, we are making laws. They don't care. But now, if you are following the news, eminent people are being kidnapped now. Some of them are being attacked. I was listening to Aliko Dangote, the richest man in Africa. And Dangote said that it's crazy how many jets you have in Nigeria. I don't know if you guys saw the video or not. He said sometimes when you arrive at Lagos or Abuja, you can hardly find a spot to park your plane because everybody now owns private jets. Although he was saying that within the context that they should have invested those money they are using in buying private jet, they should have used it to invest in a lot of industries in Nigeria. That's what he was saying. But Let me bring that to how it is relevant to the conversation we're having right now. Because many of these politicians, they have always have this police escort protecting them. A lot of them really don't understand what ordinary Nigerians are passing through. That's why it's difficult for them to cut the shot. And again, I want to thank President Trump for that tweet, because that one tweet has exposed almost everybody now. It's gotten to a point now where Tinubu is beginning to take action. Whether the action is reaching positive results or not, but at least we can see the effect so far. You see, this withdrawal of their police orderlies, it will begin to reset their brain. You see the senator now yelling and crying. Oh, if they're going to remove my escort, they should do it. Governors, president, vice president, nobody should have escort. Excuse me. In a sane society, no city senator supposed to have more than 2 escorts. Yes. Because if these folks has really put their feet on ground and come up with laws that protect innocent poor Nigerians, they themselves wouldn't be worried about their own safety. The reason we have high rate of crime, insurgency, banditry, and all this craziness going on in Nigeria right now is because we have able-bodied boys and girls, men and women who had nothing to do. And they saw how people who are connected to power, politicians and everyone, they saw how they are flaunting wealth. They want to make money too. And it seems the kidnappers, the bandits, they have upped their game now. They are beginning to target eminent people. I can bet you this. Go and check. Many of the eminent people in Nigeria right now, their children, even some of them, their wife are no longer in Nigeria. If their children or wife should enter Nigeria, their home will be like a fortress. There's going to be security men all over the place because they are scared. This is the point we were trying to make all this while, that if you make Nigeria peaceful for everyone, there will be no need for you guys to now be scared that they withdraw your escort. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but that's the way I say it. The country is not safe for everyone now. I think so far so good. Lagos, Abuja, and maybe few selected states in Nigeria, those are the places you can say you are experiencing relatively peace. And it still depends on where do you reside in those states. Yeah. So there is fire on the mountain, and I am enjoying the fact that this fire is beginning to touch all these our politicians too. So that's what I want to say about this Seyi Tinubu and the VIP security withdrawal. So if you look at the poll we got going, I asked a simple question. Do you support the withdrawal of VIP police in Nigeria? So far, so good right now. The result of the poll is showing me that 85% said yes and only 15% said no. Now, the 15% that said no, if you can do me a favor and drop the reason why you said no, I will really appreciate it, okay? I see that on the vertical, 118 people has already cast their vote. And a whopping 85% said they support the withdrawal of all these security men. I'll give you an example. Those of us that we are living in the diaspora, whether you live in America, Canada, UK, Europe, every other part of the world except Africa, don't you experience relative peace? Don't you? If anything happened to you, don't you see security men and women showed up? I had a terrible experience yesterday morning. Very terrible experience myself. It has never happened to me before. I just keep it to myself and I just give glory to God. Yesterday, my vehicle, my Palisade caught fire yesterday while I was dropping my children off at school. As soon as I dropped my son, I just turned around and said, let me take my daughter to her school. Boom, I saw smoke coming from my bonnet. Immediately, I drove my vehicle to the other street. I stopped the vehicle. I jumped. I said, Vicky, jump out, jump out. As I jumped out, I pulled up my shirt, opened the bonnet. The fire was spreading. I was trying to take the fire out. And instantly, my daughter got on the phone. My daughter was calling 911. Before I can get rid of the fire, everything, in less than 5 minutes, the fire service was there. The police were there. In less than 5 freaking minutes. I don't know how they do it. I know from my house to where we have our fire service station is like 10 minutes drive. And because I live in a city, there is always traffic and stuff like that. How they showed up in less than 5 minutes, I don't know. But I give glory to God. Why am I sharing this with you? That is in a country where the safety of life and property matters. In less than 5 minutes, fire servicemen, wow. Police, they were checking me. Are you okay? Are you all right? Checking my baby. They don't even give an F about the car itself. You know why? Because if anything happens, all I have to do is to call my insurance. My insurance will take care of it. That is a society that works. That happened yesterday morning. Yesterday was a terrible day for me. In fact, it was chilling cold. I was in the cold for the incident happened around 7:15 thereabout. And before I can finally get back to my house and everything, it was like around 9:30. Even when I got home, I got to start checking other vehicle to see, okay, maybe I should pick one of my vehicle because I have to move around. But I'm telling you, why was it so easy for fire service to get to where I am under 5 minutes? Even with the heavy traffic around where I live. It's because, first of all, there is road. Second of all, everybody knows the rule. If the fire service is coming, all commuters, they will park, they will leave road. Those of you that live in Canada, US, or UK, tell me if I'm lying in the comment. Immediately, once you hear their siren, everybody will clear road. That was how they were able to get there faster. How about the police? From all corners where we are, police vehicle was just popping up because one is a student area. There is school there. They were all showing up, thinking, "Oh, this thing should not escalate." Everywhere was. I'm like, who am I? Ordinary me now, all of them show up like this. What happened? That is a country where they took the security of life and property seriously. But do we have that in Nigeria? It's a no. You can't experience that in Nigeria. Lie. You can't. Right now, I am thinking, should I use my car warranty or should I use my car insurance? I have multiple choices. I was even thinking, should I even tell them I'm not driving the car again? Let them kukuma go and get me another Palisade. I have all the options, but where am I going? I was paying those insurance money, those warranty money, those everything. When I'm paying it, it looks like, this is a lot of money. But now that I need it, I get rest of mind. I don't have to worry. Because you know why? If I call the warranty from the factory, if they don't pick it up, I will simply call my vehicle insurance. If they tell me story, I can simply call my bank. I still have another coverage on my back. I can simply call my bank and say, hey, I don't care. I don't know. All I want is I want a brand new vehicle or whatever you guys are gonna do. I don't want this car again. But if it were in Nigeria, you can actually pay for insurance. You will call the company. They won't show up. You can't do jack. If that was in Nigeria, no police will show up. No fire service will show up. And even if they are going to show up, it might take 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. That is if they eventually show up. Even if they show up, the fire service can come and tell you, say, there is no water in their vehicle. We are dealing with a mess in Nigeria. Seriously. So, Now, you have Nigerian masses, poor masses, who are susceptible to kidnapping. Their life is at risk day and night. No policemen, no fire service, no health care, nothing, simply because these MF, these motherfuckers that you are all praising, my senator, my rep, they are embezzling that money every freaking day. They don't care about you. They don't care about your family. They don't care about your well-being. And yet, we Nigeria will say, oh, don't talk. I beg, don't talk. Now, big people, you know, say now big men, don't say shit, don't say this. Now, the chicken has come home to roost. You see your senator now lamenting, shouting, if they take my police, they will take from president, from VP. Bro, go and sit your red butt down. You, the politicians in Nigeria, you created this mess. Nothing is working in Nigeria. I was sharing with Real Farm one time. The last time I went to Nigeria, me and my friend, we like to gyrate where we like to waka jigbe. Of course, what's the benefit of going to Nigeria and you know go cash cruise, you know move around? As soon as I'm done with my jet lag, and my friend and I, we started cruising. I noticed we went to my friend's house at Egbeda area. From that side, we said, okay, maybe we go Lasu first. I want to go and do some documentation in Lasu. I noticed that we drove for almost 1 hour and not take I see one single police motor. Not one. As somebody who lives in Western world, I automatically knew that this place is not safe. Not one single police. The only time I get to see police now when we enter Konakona Road, we say we want to avoid the traffic. We can't enter shortcut. Now there we see police, they mount a roadblock. These same police officer now, they are the one who are guiding your VIPs. Who make them VIP? Politicians are our staffs. They work for us. If you really understand how the system, how democracy is supposed to work, politicians are not your bosses. They not be your guy. They work for you. I shared a story of one time when my son was going to start school and they were playing politics with me. All I got to do was to send a simple email to the district director that was playing stupid politics. Simple email. I just said the district director, if you don't give me a very cogent reason why my son no start school, I will pick my boy up, I will drive all the way to my rep office. My rep office is like 1 hour, 30 minutes away from where I live. I say, I will drive there with my son. I will be on Facebook Live and I'm going to ask the rep to help me ask you why my son cannot be in that school. I sent that email on Thursday. He no reach 30 minutes, he reply. He say, oh, your son can start school the next day. That is me knowing and claiming my right in a country that I'm not even white. Can you do that in Nigeria? Anybody that they elected or appointed into position in Nigeria, they are riding everybody. Nigeria has a police capacity of, how many do we even count that day? I think 370 something thousand police. 100,000 plus, they were assigned to go and guide VIPs. Who is guiding your street when armed robber come? Who is clearing your road when armed robber barricaded everywhere and they are robbing? Well, they don't talk, say me we no talk. I don't even think people like me, we are supposed to be talking self. I think we should leave the talking for those in Nigeria. I'm sorry. Make I dey pay this more. I think the talking should be left for those in Nigeria. Like they say, who feels it knows it. So I don't think people like us, we should be talking, you know. Because at the end of the day, it's not like maybe we are going to go there and benefit from whatever the system is. We are simply telling you guys that if you do not start holding your representative accountable, there is fire on the mountain. All of them now, since Tinubu released that video yesterday and restated that, hey, we are withdrawing this police. And I know Tinubu, look, I keep telling you that I'm an admirer of Tinubu. Tinubu is a nice man, though. He might be a politician, a godfather or something. He has a good heart, though. But you don't want to mess with him. If you push Tinubu, if his back is against the wall, when Tinubu face you, now Mark truck, now he face you. You see that police escort and everything? Trust Tinubu, they will withdraw every goddamn person. And they are on it now. It's just funny that in order to ensure that the Nigerian police attached to VIPs, they are no longer following VIP. Now the police IG has to raise another task force to begin to arrest the police that are following the VIPs. Can somebody explain Nigeria to me, please? I beg. Mona, help my career. Can somebody please explain Nigeria to me again? Even I say, you don't say where I don't come up for that country. I don't understand how that country they work again. Somebody please help me. Explain Nigeria to me. Maybe I can understand Nigeria better. It's like all I could remember about Nigeria is old memories now. Now police IG has to set up another set of police task force to go and be monitoring and arresting police that are protecting VIPs. And we are fighting insecurity. I'm Atishiluwa báwo la ṣe end up sí Nigeria biko Chineke me o nna. Where do we go from here? This is confusion upon confusion. So let me get this. We have 100,000 policemen attached to VIP, like Rufai said, VIP. Now we need another about 30 to 40,000 policemen to ensure that the 100,000 policemen attached to VIP, allegedly, they are now withdrawn. I beg now. Make una explain Nigeria to me. Make una not do me like this now. Guys, don't do me like this. I'm closing now, but I want to read that comment. Somebody, please, help me explain Nigeria to me in the comment. Oh, thank you, sister. Thank you. Give God the glory, Gary. I thank God. P. Blissy said, how much do you pay workers in Nigeria? Salary not even enough to feed yourself and family. My sister or brother, I don't know whether you're even man or woman, but this particular comment, it hit home. After graduation in Nigeria University, I worked for 3 months on a 50,000 naira salary. I no collect 50 kobo for 3 months. I was using my side hustle to pay transport and feed myself to go and work in Ogba. Shishi, I no see collect. So even if they pay you, you are lucky. One of my friends got hired by one state in Nigeria. I no one mention the name. I was shocked when this my friend told me that they don't pay salary for the first 6 months when they hire you in that state. That it is after 6 months they will begin to now pay your salary in the form of arrears. I'm like, tell me, make I hear again. She said, nah, so it be for everybody. They even tell me self, saying the luckiest thing they say they give you job. So far you are there after 6 months. When they begin pay the money, you can begin make sense. I'm looking for that comment who will explain Nigeria to me. Sister Mara said, I don't feel safe when I see police officers in Nigeria. Me too. You know, I expose myself here. I tell you, anytime I do Nigeria, I always make sure say at least small cash day. inside whichever vehicle. If not two or one vehicle, one or two vehicle now I won't use throughout that time, I dey always make sure say small cash it go dey inside that motor. And I dey always tell whoever they drive me, say I beg go, where we come to roadblock. As soon as the police say how far now, anything for us, I beg, give them something for us, let's go, jeje. Because they get eye. No matter how you want pretend, they can simply look at you and tell whether you are in Nigeria or not. If you like, wear short knicker. If you like, wear slippers. Now look, they will just look at it, they will say, whether you did Nigeria or you know, they go no. Now there wahala go start. Now that time they go begin look for waiting no loss, because they know say you no won't waste your own time. But that's a conversation for another day. Is that you say, UB, are you sure you went to Unilag for documentations? Now last I go for documentation. Yes, I did. I think what was I dealing with then? You get document where I want collect, say whether they give me headache, whether a certificate or maybe transcript or something. So they were stressing me out with that transcript or something. So I don't send money. I know they see results. So when I went to Nigeria that very day, we were going to LASU, that okay, if I go, may they see me one-on-one. May they can't tell me. That one a conversation for another day, I beg. People said politicians are busy squandering the nation's fund with their family. That's all they do. Abi say, the heck is that? Abi, people say, uncle, continue to talk, Jerry. My dear, which one be my own? Make I chill, you know? When you talk, now Nigerian go sit there, you say, why are you talking? Why are you doing this? But sometimes, just let it go. Okay, you say, I pity those who still have hope for Nigeria, where hardened criminals have taken over the rhythm of leadership. Baby Sammy say, good evening, UBI. I no see you. You no come join our show. I don't the head now you come. Abi, remove Uncle Dayo from Bora Bora trip. Uncle Dayo is not going to Bora Bora with us. Emmanuel say, currently in our community, Mr. Sheyi Tinubu is money cool, but not good roads and water and electricity, but heavy security personnel to guide the money VIPs. I'm so sorry to hear that, Emmanuel. So sorry. Okay, because that country is a real joke. Well, we'll continue to pray for it. At least say Africa need to unite. That unification of Africa, that one is a long gone dream. M5 say, God forbid bad thing. Amen. Oh. Tata is say, not being paid enough salary is not an excuse not to pay tax. Is that tell you? Okay, maybe when we have tomorrow political roundtable, we can talk about that tax. There is no justification for the Tinubu administration to collect tax. Let's call it what it is. I'm sorry. Yes, I know people who say, why would you say, are you not paying tax where you are? I will explain tomorrow. Join me tomorrow. More will dive into it. May you can't tell me whether there are justification to pay the tax or not. All of us that we live abroad, they did this chat, they here, ask them. We all pay tax like there is no tomorrow. But deep down, we appreciate paying that tax. We appreciate paying that tax. As I do like this, I'm always happy. I do business. I'm always happy to set aside taxes in my business. You know why? Since I live where I live, I never see red road once. I never see road when they no tie. As I follow you talk like this, water will enter my house. I don't know the pipe will carry a enter. Now government now do am. The electricity, if it bleak, sometimes when they need to fix anything, they go notify you, say, oh, the power will be out for like 30 minutes. Yeah. So we may have that conversation tomorrow, not today. Tomorrow, political roundtable, let's discuss it. If Tinubu administration deserve to tax Nigerians, where is the job they created for you to that you'll be paying tax? In fact, my time don't go. Let just leave that. Let's leave that. Sister Tegu, you came late to. I'm about leaving, but let me give you like 2 minutes, man. You want to contribute anything, my sister?
Hello, Kube.
How you day, sister? Now you say me that go they pay tax, Abi. Okay.
I'm here laughing my head out. Uncle Ben, Can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am. Go
When
ahead.
you have your gross pay without the tax in a month, and you now see your pay slip and you saw the tax being removed, the remaining one that you are taking home, do you want to say is enough for you?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Uncle Ben, I beg go. I'll be sending you. Please do direct debit every month.
No, see, to tell you.
For me, what I'm getting out here is this, Uncle Ben.
Okay.
Not being paid enough is not an excuse not to pay tax. I'm going to wait till tomorrow. You know, I'm a finance person. Why would anybody not pay tax? And you want a return from the government? That is part of Nigerian problems. That is part of the problem that we have in Nigeria. No solid tax system. Now you're asking that you asked a question like if Tinubu's government deserve to be taxing people. Yes. Now, what we should then expect, we've said it all. When you had the accident yesterday, you called 911. Is it 911 or 999? What do you even call
911.
it? Okay, 911. 911 in America, right?
My daughter was the one, we were working like a team.
And they came swiftly. It's because you are paying your tax and they owe you. They have to come. They owe you duty of care because you're paying your tax. Now, what we should now be expecting, our expectation from this new tax system in Nigeria is, what will be the return? When you tax people, what are you giving to them? Now, then we will start talking.
Sister Teju,
even Iyala Tarodo, sorry for my language,
no
the
problem.
person selling pepper, you know that is everybody that is everybody is accommodated in a tax system. Whether you're going to pay the actual money depends on what you earn, and this is where this is why I said not being paid enough is not an excuse. Now, I'm an accountant. Somebody that is a carer would not pay the same tax unless maybe the person, did an what they call it, overtime.
Yeah.
But on a basic salary, I am going to pay more because we have structure. There's a taxation structure depending on how much you're earning. So if you're not earning enough to pay tax, there will still be taxation competition for you, but they're just going to score. This is your basic. You're not paying nothing on this. The next baseline, you're going to pay. The next threshold, this is what you're paying. This is what you're paying. That's a taxation system. But not telling me because I sell pepper, don't include me in your taxation. No. Other people that are paying higher rate of tax, they're not rubbing off. They are compensating the people that are not paying at all. I don't know if you get my explanation. But we should have a working tax system. Every country should.
Sister Teju, no verse. Join us on this conversation tomorrow. But before you come back tomorrow, I want you to ponder on this. First off, when you come tomorrow, please don't bring the argument that we don't have a tax system in Nigeria. Please don't bring that argument. People are paying tax in Nigeria.
No, they've just reformed it now. So the tax system they have in Nigeria is a selective system. See, I grew up. I'll tell you what I know. When I was in secondary school
in Nigeria.
Hold on.
Not everyone is paying tax.
That is what I meant, and that is what I meant by selective system.
Okay.
When I was in secondary school,
Please, tomorrow.
That is why we don't have a good one. That is what I am saying.
So the one Tinubu is bringing now is the good one.
It's a reform. Is encompassing everybody.
Sister Teju.
So they have a threshold.
Sister Teju.
So once you...
Whatever tax system Tinubu is bringing is not to the benefit of Nigerians. We will discuss that tomorrow.
I don't believe in that. What I want is, as they are collecting the tax, they should provide things that should the benefit of paying tax. That is my own stance.
Why don't you ask them, what have you provided first for you to be
It's not what have you provided. What are you? Let's restructure. Let's rephrase. What are you going to provide? They've not been collected. So if they have not been collected, you cannot ask them for for something.
Sister Teju, they are collecting tax in Nigeria. If you live in Lagos State, you know they are collecting taxes in Lagos State. Please.
That is exactly what I am telling you, Uncle Ben. I grew up in Ogun State. I grew up in Abeokuta. When I was in secondary school, my parents were paying tax because selective few. When you want to do something at every academic year, they will request for the taxation papers from your parents, but not from everybody.
But sister, my beautiful sister, where I'm having issue with your submission is this. Why don't you tell us what you think they've done with the taxes they've collected over the years first? Are we supposed to be talking about no electricity, no ordinary borehole? You know, even they Nigeria like that too. So the point is,
okay, can I correct that? Can I correct that view? Even here, that we pay tax. If you're paying tax, that does not mean you have water or light in your house.
In which place?
I don't know America, but here in UK, anybody can.
What part of UK is that? Are they here?
UK, you pay for your light separately. It's not what we pay tax for. Is not your electricity or your gas.
Sister Teju, the structures are different. When we say provision of electricity, for instance, we are not saying government should be the one to provide that electricity. Maybe they say they've privatized it in Nigeria. Is there any monitoring to ensure that the people that are paying for this electricity, they are actually consuming the electricity they are paying for? Whose job it is? That oversight, whose job it is, my sister?
There should be government regulations within the private companies that are providers of electricity and gas. But what we are saying right now is, what are the direct benefits of paying tax?
In Nigeria or in abroad? Let me know.
Everywhere. Anywhere that there's a tax system, there should be return.
Well,
from the government.
I'll tell you this for free, my
This is what we should see. This is what we should be asking. All of us want Nigeria to be good, yeah? Uncle Ben. So we should not be asking them, why are you taxing? We should be asking them, what are you going to provide? What are my benefits? As a taxpayer,
I'm making now. That's why I said I do not, unless the Tinubu administration can convince me with result. I don't think pushing the taxes on Nigerian is the right thing to do right now. We have millions of Nigerian men and women who are qualified for a formal job, and there is no job. The economy is a mess.
Okay, Uncle Ben, I'm not connecting with you this evening. Okay. We are all saying Nigeria should be better.
Yes.
And now they're putting one or two things to actually feel this. So why you? I should just ask you this question: why are you against the taxation system when you're paying taxation in America? So why are you against it in Nigeria?
Okay. That's a very good question, and I will answer it tomorrow. I am not against the taxation in Nigeria. I am against this particular one that they want to implement right now because of the suffering of the masses. Have you read through it?
These masses are not going to pay tax. Are you not understanding it?
Who will not pay tax?
Okay, go and look at. Have you seen the taxation structure? Because I looked at it.
Mr. Teju, I have looked at it. I have
Okay, so can you tell me the threshold?
from videos, and I have seen how Nigerian government operate. I swear to God Almighty, person will open shop for in front of his house where they sell beans. They go make sure saying pay this tax.
Abba.
Oh.
Okay, let's wait till then. Let's wait till then.
Okay.
So if that happens, Uncle Ben, because you said it's Nigeria, that might happen. I am not going to argue with you. But if that happens, yes, then it is not the government. Have you thought about that? It's not the government that is collecting that money.
Sister Teju, you will be my special guest tomorrow.
I'm absolutely coming, because you know what, we should.
No worries, Sister
Teju. We should be doing some, separate. Serious separation when we are submitting. Our points.
No problem, ma. Tomorrow,
it is Nigeria that I know.
You will be
I can tell you that those Yaoni Ewa that will be paying tax, they are not earning enough to pay tax. And if anybody should go to them and collect tax, that tax is not going to the government. And I will stand on it.
Now we are talking. Sister Teju, you are going to be my special guest tomorrow on this taxation thing. And then maybe those who will watch us tomorrow, they will understand where we are. All this tax, if you are used to Nigerian system, you will know that by the time they implement this tax, it is time for the papa and mama, brother, sister to bleed through their nose. We that we are paying taxes in Western world, we know what we are benefiting.
Yes.
Nigerians are not going to get that. I'll give you an example.
This is why I'm saying that we should clamor for that. We should fight the government for that. They must give us the benefit of paying tax. They cannot be collecting tax just like that.
The government has failed to do the right thing first before they are talking about taxation.
Okay, so that's the problem I have when I was checking the document, because you only gave us the breakdown, the structure, how the system would work. But what I did not see on that document is I did not see any benefit.
That's the point I'm making, my sister. We are on
the same page, you be. But why I'm not connecting with you is that why would they pay? So now when this document came out, and I understand Nigerian government, they don't do, there should be like an open consultation. Even when all of this documentation came out, who did you consult? Who are the stakeholders? Because you're telling me that you come up with a taxation system document, and everything that would happen in that system you did not put that document. Who are you?
Sister. See, my lovely sister, may I give you one example? You see, when it comes to taxation and all of this, sometimes it boils down to the character of the government. I'll give you an example. If the president that we have is somebody like Fashola,
yes,
I swear, now me go there for make everybody pay the tax. You know why? Because if Fashola promise you, he will deliver whatever he promised. But with the administration, forget to.
Okay, can I tell you this, UB? Can I tell you this? Actually, go back. You were saying something. You were saying something yesterday. I didn't want to call in.
Okay.
You cannot, and I think that at the end of the day, you actually, put Tinubu into it when you're talking about building Lagos State. Lagos State, yes, we cannot give it 100% to Tinubu.
Okay.
Two things I was going to say that yesterday, but I wasn't really in that mood. Yeah. So what happened in Lagos State? Do you know that Obasanjo and Tinubu fell out when he was the president, and they blocked all resources, all funds to Lagos State? Go and check facts. And this man, that was when he started the Lagos State taxation, the robust one, the reform one. And do we want to go back to what happened to that taxation system in Lagos State? Have they been really, the government, the Lagos State government, did they really give back? Go and check first. Tinubu did that system. So I'm beginning to think that But what I have problem with that is that they did not put it on the document. But I'm beginning to think maybe that's what he just want to replicate. Now, the scope is wider now. We are talking about Nigeria as a whole, not Lagos State.
Yes. He can't do that with Nigeria for a reason.
Why?
For instance, Lagos State has always been a productive state.
Yes.
If I don't know of now that I've been away from Lagos State for a very long time now, but the Lagos that I used to know, if you find your way into Lagos State and you are not lazy and you are creative or talented, you're gonna make money. So Lagos State is different. We are talking about entire Nigeria right now.
Okay, so you know why that would work? If you come here in this UK that we have, London, there are some cities that are actually contributing more than other cities. So that is why we need the structure, the system. The system would define everything. The ones that why are we even doing taxation in the first place? Do you know why the genesis of taxation? The genesis of taxation is 1, to control inflation. 2, to actually complement, and that is when they will now that would result into controlling inflation. They need to complement those that are not earning much. They don't want that disparity, a very wide one in the society. Okay, so you have too much, let's collect this part from you. We are going to provide this, we are going to provide that.
The Nigeria government, going by their performance so far, they are not in a position to levy any tax on people in Nigeria right now. Let them continue with the one they are taking from those who have former employment. All the civil servants in Nigeria, they are paying taxes.
Okay, you know what I will submit. Okay, sorry to say this. Instead of them not collecting at all, yes, I would suggest they should collect from maybe some high earners. And I think that is what the system have actually done. If you really go and study their system.
Who are the INS in Nigeria?
Yeah, they're going to define that. They will have to define it, including Mr. President himself.
Okay, Sister Teju.
The minister, the senators, everybody. Okay, you are rich.
Tomorrow,
submit that.
Sister T, tomorrow you're gonna be my special guest. Hopefully, people will be free. The January is almost here. And I don't even care if the video get to Nigerian government or not. Maybe if they hear some of us give our reason why we think it's a very wrong time for them to implement this tax, maybe they can change. It is very, very wrong.
There's no right
People
time.
are going through. No, Sister Teju. A government that want to implement taxation, we make infrastructure its number one priority from day one. Ever since this administration comes in, all we hear about is money disbursement. Oh, the federal government has allocated 250 billion. The federal government has given 530 billion. The federal government has realized so money from oil wind fund. That's all we hear, my sister. We have not heard that there is this factory being constructed in Ogun State, in Enugu, in Anambra, in Kebbi, in Niger, in Nasarawa. We are not hearing none of that. All the companies that are providing employment, that they have all
are we really sure about those information though?
My sis, I do this out of passion.
Positive news doesn't come.
Okay,
limelight.
The positive,
it's the negative ones.
Let's talk about infrastructure because my own.
Because I watch TVC and the one that you've just hold on. Even the one that you've just shown the Dr. Abati.
Sister Teju, you don't spoil show for me to say. You watch TVC.
I watch all across the board, the channels, the Arise TV and the TVC.
Sister Teju, you don't spoil market. May we dey close.
Do you know that there's a place? Hold on. Do you know that there's a sitting senator from Ikorodu? They have like a technology hub. You can go there and check. The man actually did it. I mean, he said he did it with his wife, and this is him giving back to the society.
Sister Teju, when we are reasoning like this, is one of the reasons why Nigeria did not grow.
We have a lot of problem in Nigeria. Government is part of them, yes. But you see, let's talk to ourselves too.
Sister, wait,
let's talk to ourselves too.
Sister Teju.
Okay. I'm going to rest my case.
The job of growing a country's economy is not left to the individuals.
Okay. I said to sitting senator.
The government will have to create an enabling environment.
Yes.
You, as you did like this, I swear. If me, you be as you be my auntie rich. If I tell you, say, Auntie Teju, your pension £400,000, so carry and come, maybe we go invest them for Nigeria. I swear, you know, go bring them.
You don't be too sure.
You go bring them.
Don't be too sure.
Anyway, I gotta go.
I don't want to talk. We are on here, but don't be too sure.
Voila. Make I hear from comparable.
See, I'm a patriotic Nigerian. I beg. Let's just confess good thing about that country. It will be well with us.
We are trying.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
It will be.
Tomorrow, in fact, I dey come pursue you for WhatsApp. Me and you here tomorrow started. You thank you very much for at least making the show lively. I like it. I enjoy when people bring different opinions so that we can break it down. Then all of us can learn. Thank you, sister. Thank you very much. Tomorrow, you and I will be here. Comparable facts, sir. You have just like 3 minutes because I'm supposed to go now. My sister.
No, that's good enough for me. Thank you very much. That's the reason why I came. Because of the lady that was speaking. I mean, I understand where she's coming from, but judging from her narrative, I think she has a soft landing for Tinubu. Because of, I live in Lagos, in Surulere to be precisely. This illusion that Tinubu built Lagos, is beyond my, nobody's talking about Jack and they, Fashola, they don't get a credit for building Lagos. It's only Tinubu, maybe that's just political, political gameship, that's the way I see it, because Tinubu did not build a Lagos. It's an illusion. Tinubu is predicated on taxation. And that's where he made his money from. The methodology that he set up in Lagos is good. This is why they're having, success where they're having right now. I give him that credit. Sarcastically, he's good in that, But I'm just tired of this illusion that he built in Lagos, I mean, it was through the taxation that Tinubu became what he is right now. What was Tinubu an accountant? How much was he making? So let's call a spade a spade. He's one of the richest, from my understanding, the second richest politician before he became president in Nigeria. So how did he make the money? From working? Come on now, let's call a spade a spade. But anyway.
This is not even about Tinubu's income. It's about this.
No. I'm just trying to make the assessment because the last lady seemed to have a soft landing for him. That's why I'm making that.
Sir, today is on the 10th. Yeah. 20 days more before Nigerians will begin to pay through their nose. And I pity many of us in the diaspora. Now we go here now. Hey, then we arrest your papa, arrest your mama, your sister when no get work. You're the one where they do hairdresser. You will be shocked when they will begin to frustrate them. Okay, but
let me finish. Where I totally agree with that lady. I think I disagree with you. Now, Nigeria need taxation. I've reviewed the new taxation, which is going to be effective January next year. It's a good taxation. The way it's being structured, it's a good one. Nigeria needed that taxation. We need to pay tax, to a certain degree, because some people is going to benefit. But the problem I have.
Have you been paying your taxes?
Of course, I live in California. You know how much we pay? You know that anyway.
You are in Nigeria, that's what I'm saying. Where you are in Nigeria, where you paying taxes, you don't pay.
Well, no, I do pay taxes. I have businesses in Nigeria. Country business.
Are you enjoying the benefit of paying those taxes in Nigeria?
Not at all. What benefit? No.
That's what I'm saying.
No, there's no. But that's the issue I have. And another thing is the implementation. How is it going to be implemented? We know about Nigeria. How the implementation is going to be the problem. Who is going to benefit from the implementation? Through what sources are they going to be able to collect, the tax? That's what I'm just going by Nigerian history, by Nigerian antecedents. That's what baffles me. I mean, I I wish Nigeria well, we need to do something to improve that country, because look at what's happening us here right now. We may be denaturalized if we don't know what's going to happen. But having said that, anything good for Nigeria is good. I believe the tax reform is good, but my issue is the implementation, But like you said, tomorrow, let everybody bring their popcorn. I'm going to come, and that lady seems to be in the finance area. So we can come here and dialogue about it.
Sister Tegi is my sister. Once I come up for this thing, before this evening run out, I'll go pursue her for WhatsApp. She must come here tomorrow. We'll discuss this tax. Okay?
Thank you very much. Let's talk about it. Let everybody have their opinion. I would like an expert to come. Even at all, I'm not in the finance in that regard, but I have some information.
Mr. Comparable Fact. Let me be honest with you. To have this conversation, we don't need no experts. We don't need no expert. We know what tax is. We are talking about collecting the tax, and what are you giving back to the people? What provision do you have on ground before you say you want to collect these taxes? What are the antecedents in the past? When you are collecting taxes before, what do you do with the ones? Like I said, I don't know when you joined this show. I grew up seeing my uncles paying taxes. I know many, even right now in Nigeria, if you are a civil servant or listening to this and you are not paying tax, you might be say, I don't know how you take them. They are collecting taxes from civil servants. They are collecting taxes from people who work in the private sector. It's not new. I've said this before, comparable fact. APC they enjoy propaganda. They like to paint this to make it robust as if they are doing something different. There is not a difference. I agree, maybe they are streamlining, they are correcting the tax code and things like that. People have been paying the taxes. Show us. There is no accountability. If they want to, I saw when Donaza was talking about, they are looking for people to promote the tax against that. The question I ask myself is that if you ask somebody like me now to promote this taxation for you or whatever, the first question I will ask you is that, sir, can you give me some data on how the taxes collected from those who are currently paying for the past 5 years were executed? Can you give me the data of how many people are actually paying taxes in Nigeria? Can you even give me accurate data of those who are unemployed in Nigeria? Can you tell me men and women, according to their age, who are unemployed? Because definitely anybody that is unemployed, they are supposed to be tax exempt in the first place. Now, how do Nigerians make money? I read the tax code. In the tax code, they were saying something like, if you make, I think, is it below 800,000 naira, you are exempted. Which person they hustle for Nigeria like this that doesn't make more than 1 million naira in Nigeria? I don't know if you are getting me. In fact,
I'm getting you. Yeah, go ahead.
If we go this route, maybe Tinubu administration, they'll begin finding me. These are questions we ask. Honestly. When you say, if you make less than 800K, you are not going to be paying taxes. Right now in Nigeria, anybody that is making less than 100,000 in Nigeria, may you not say the person in their life support. If you have anything you are doing in Nigeria right now, to make 100K is so freaking easy. And yet, that 100K is not enough to cater for even you alone. Not to talk about you are having children, having wife and everything. They do not factor all those shit. Nigerian poor masses are not carried along in this tax code. That's my point. I've said this before. I'm just the type of person like, I give God glory, how my life turns out. But when I look at a lot of Nigerians, I can see myself in their shoes. Because if it wasn't for God's grace, maybe me too, I go dead down there with many of these people. So tell me, if you check, the people who are hustling all by themselves in Nigeria, majority of them made more than 1 million naira in a year. And your tax code limit is already saying if you make below 800K. Is that not you grabbing people by the neck? In fact, that tax code should start from 10 million. It's only people who are making 10 million and above that are supposed to be paying those taxes. Yes, I said it. And why? Because there is no infrastructure yet. By the time you have roads, you have security, there is constant electricity, there is loan for people who want to start SME. Then you can come down and now say, okay, If you make this, you pay this. Here in the US, I think part of our tax code here in Texas, the last time I checked, if you do any business transaction where you earn above $600 or $1,000, I think it was the last time I checked was like $600, you are supposed to pay tax. Where are the provisions? Nigerians, we do they follow this like if we are blind. Nigeria is an oil producing country for crying out sake. Taxes are not something that we're supposed to be using to choke the poor masses. People are in Nigeria, they have no job. They are not safe. The government is not taking care of no freaking body. They are buying vehicles, buying everything, building houses for themselves, embezzling money, no accountability. The whole idea about taxation is to just choke the masses the more. That's my point. We pay taxes where I live. If you see tax when they come off for my neck, you go ask me, Ben, how you they take survive? We all pay it, but I have 3 kids. I never pay tuition fee for my kids, and they are going to good school, better school. The teachers that are teaching this, you are in the US now, sir. Do you see any teacher in US that is working with SchoolSat? Are they not getting BSc, masters? Are they not being paid well? That's the point we are making. Look at the school itself, the school structure, the facility itself. When I first came to this US, the first time I went to my daughter's elementary school, I was shocked. When I see their classroom, only about 12 students, 10, 12 students in a class. Well ventilated, good structure. They have projector. They have every goddamn thing. Even when you see the teacher, you know say this teacher he chop well before he comes school. What are we saying? Tack. They just want to suffocate everybody for Nigeria. And if they want, let them begin to reassure Nigerians now. What have you done with the tax you collected before? Okay, the subsidy they remove. Now leave until tomorrow.
Yeah. You haven't said that, like you just use the teacher example, like my wife, is a professor, in a university here. Yeah. And she has a tenure, so she can never do no wrong. So she's, we are doing okay, from what she do. But having said that, so let me summarize that, I guess tomorrow when we come, we can come and, give our own how we see it. I'm gonna present 3 possible scenarios: the best case, the moderate, and the worst case. What's gonna happen. But
thank you, sir. Please.
Yeah, in a nutshell, let me just give that summary. The angle that I'm gonna be coming from. I think the 226 tax system, has a real shot of benefiting the poor, the low-income Nigeria. I say have a real shot, compared to the previous system that we have, because of what is on paper, like the relief, the simple rule, and the progressive design, of the tax system. Mm-hmm. But having said that, the actual benefit will depends on how it's been implemented. We know Nigeria how it is, so that's where I have an issue. Can that be properly implemented? It's good or the way it was designed, but what is going to be the outcome? That's going to be my issue I have. So tomorrow we deal with it in more depthly. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, comparative fact. So tomorrow I will start early, and then we can have at least 2.5 hours conversation on these taxes. Maybe people can actually learn how to demand their right. It's good to pay tax, but what are you paying it for? So tomorrow, everybody show up. Thank you, comparative fact. Thank you, everybody in the comment. Unfortunately, I cannot read all your comment now. I got to go. My lovely auntie Oyi said, they just extended a park near my house. Beautiful park for both children and adults, designed especially for sport and exercise. I told myself, this is classic. My tax are working for me. Mama Five said, I have never bought a pencil for any of my kids to take to school because these resources are all provided for. What are we talking about? My children, now school bus that they take go to school every day. The one where in this thing near itself. Now I say make it a trek they go. School bus, no complaint one single day. If you go to their schools, there are nurses there. Please, those in diaspora, tell them if I'm lying or not. They get nurse, they get counselor. Nothing they don't get for any school in this America. And you know it's your tax. It's your tax money that is working. Why are Nigerians benefiting? We go they argue like this thing. We made ourselves easy for government to use anyhow. They are there for 2 years now. They have not done any significant thing. All of a sudden, they are taxing you. These folks that are introducing taxes to you, they are eating government money. They can't feel it. You where you they pay and waiting you they benefit. Do you have free healthcare? What exactly do you have? At the hustle, my side hustle, sometimes I will have to drive 3-4 hours straight to where I want to go hustle. If you convert the miles, one day I check the miles of where they go frequently. It's like driving from Lagos to Onitsha. This past Saturday, I still am back on the same journey. I have a coverage that will start by 10 p.m. I left my house by 6 p.m. As we enter motor like this, till we reach where they go, I don't even stop. All I did was to engage my HDA. That's all. I can count the number of times I press my brake or anything. Because why? The road was clean, neat, no gallop, nothing, smooth, 4-lane road. That is tax money. I told you guys here, since I entered this Yankee, now for this abroad, now I see say they say road they expire. The first time I hear say road they expire, I won't run mad. I look at my wife like, babe, what are you talking about? Road they expire. Even till now, upon say I don't dey here I still they fight, I still they vex for Texas government. You know why? Because you go just drive one day, they don't block everywhere, they don't they fix road again. Road where you don't see damage or anything. I'll just tell you, based on the record, this road need to be refixed. And they vex for them every day like, what is freaking wrong with you people? Why are you wasting our tax money? Not to do this road. Me, where I see gallop tire for Nigeria. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I'll just go with propaganda. Tax in here. We are doing the subsidy you remove. What have you done with the freaking subsidy money? What? When people shout, Bami go say, go ask your state government, your state governor. I give state governor money. Who is holding the state governors accountable? Nobody. What collect tax? Me at the end, I don't even know why at the end. Nobody saying I me won't go pay this tax. Okay, the problem me go to your loan self. May my good belly no go even put me for trouble. Because tax. It's just that I feel sorry for our Nigerians. If you guys have job, if there are job and everything, I won't care. Because taxation is a good thing. Tax is good. But una no get work. The small one we wanna go try kolobi also do. Now they go begin to grab you. I never see anything. I kukuma know how my papa they operate. By the time they introduce this tax, now you will see another set of tax forces. Chebi una no last man, Kai, everything. They go soon introduce one. Una go see another set of police now. Una go see another set. They go call them tax collection officers. They go carry gun, they go get motor. Oh my shocking. Sometimes they go stop full motor. They go say maybe they show your tax card. You no get them, you they go jail with that. Whoa, egba. I don't know. It's none of my business. I know. Make I even forget and say. Just they pay me say people go just suffer for nothing. Irresponsible government. They don't do jack for nobody. You just want to collect money. Anything collect money. Hey, collect money. Kilo dick to your long. You people are collecting oil money. You are collecting aid from America. Money is coming in everywhere. Dangote know how much taxes is paying. Just tired for now. Anyway, join us tomorrow. If you have a very good contribution or submission Please join us tomorrow. Emmanuel said our company in Lagos pays accurate taxes and bills, but we live on borehole water with no constant supply of electricity. We want to see the money paid working as benefits. Selective tax payment, no. Anyway, tomorrow, join us. Let's have this conversation. Sister, you say, meanwhile, Sheyi Tinubu is picking and choosing which social media influencer he want to dash money as if it is money to give. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you, Comparable Fact. Thank you, my lovely sister Tegu. Everybody in the chat, I love you. Subscribe and, of course, give this video a like. Bye-bye for now.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.